Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. I think this is number 3 in the Phil R miniatures appreciation build that I'm doing for funny enough, Phil R. This is a Historex 54mm plastic kit. I believe either late 60s or early 70s they were originally produced. I believe. It might be slightly later. He's a French Imperial Guard, Old Guard Grenadier. His bare skin, that's obviously that they're always remembered for, is inside his coverall case there, and he's obviously got the bicorn on. Push the bicorn slightly to the back of the head because they're often depicted in that type of pose. The face, a bit smooth. It is of its era, but I've tried to build it up with paint, you know, put some worry lines on and wrinkles and stuff, but you know, you can only do as much as you can do with the face the way it is. Musket still isn't painted yet, so that's got to still be worked on. I've got to put highlights on the canteen cord that's made out of lead solder wire. Just put some, and I've obviously got to clear any bits up that have got on the uniform. I just painted the attachment points on. The wire was a tad thick, really, I suppose, for that, but it was the best that I'd got, really. I don't know if the colours are coming out. There are some photographs at the end. I've tried to yellow up slightly, put some beige colour into the waistcoat because they're quite often depicted in that slight off colour, and also I've made the belts an off-white as well. As I said, maybe the belts are a tad wide. I'm not 100% sure, really. The orange, the John Quinn, is it? Orange colour? No, it's not Aurora, isn't it? John Quinn, that's the violety type one. The Aurora orange needs to be worked on still a bit lighter. I think it came out too dark in the end. It needs to be cleaned up on that. These are strengtheners for the bicorn because it was just like a felt. Obviously I've got to still paint the lanyard for the sabre. I think the grenades came out nicely. I painted them white first because they'd have like a white backing to them before they were sewn on, and they came out quite nice because they are like moulded on ones that you stick on yourself, so there's a fair bit of relief in them. Same type, they're the same ones I believe as I stuck onto the cartridge box. So it needs a bit of a tidy up around the belts and everything first. I usually put some black brown in there just to, like I have started doing under here, just to give a bit of shadow area. It's very softly moulded, so the waistcoat is really I wouldn't say non-distinguishable around where the trousers are, but I've had to put black line it around it, not even brown. I've used pure black just to try and bring out a bit of shadow area underneath it, just to make it stand out very slightly. I've still got to work on the boots more and slightly a bit more on the gaiters. But, you know, and I've got to do that strap there as well. I was mooching around with the metallic, so I just left it where it was for now. A bit more to the back of the head's quite flat at the back. I suppose really that, and I think the pose that the head was supposed to be forward, so you wouldn't really see the back of the head. You can just about see it around there. Needs some more work to it, but I purposely turn the head as if like he's talking to somebody, and I say he's going to have a little pop interested in there, in and down there. That's a 1 in 35 scale Tamiya dog from one of their modern series, but I just thought, well, he could stand in for being a pop. That's not a problem. He's got to have a tiny bit more work. It's I just need to darken and lighten the black patches a bit more on him. So yeah, we're nearly there. There's no point in me. I was just about to put the musket into his hand, but because he's on his pegs here, it wouldn't sit properly anyway, so waste of time. So yeah, I've got to clean off, define any of the edges that I want to. Make this a slightly paler Aurora orange. Same on the strengtheners on the bicorn. I put the bicorn on with super glue in the end, just because I thought I'm not having hot glue running around my paintwork. What else? A couple of bit more low lights and highlights on the metallics. This one isn't too bad. So just get the last bits of strapping done. A tiny bit more work I believe I wanted to do on the cartridge belt as well. But all in all, it's not too bad. I'll use again defining lines around the strapping there, so it just has a shadow area to it, and it'll stand out a bit more from the stripes. So he's him, and there's his little pop. I'm not decided yet. This is the block I'm mounting it on. I've got to clean it all up yet, sand it and varnish it. I'm not sure. I'll definitely have a blue foam piece on top, and then it's just deciding. I will make a piece of backing for it just to see, and I'll decide. Well, I'll need to decide fairly quickish, because I'll put the blue foam base there, and then the backing will sit actually onto the back of that. It'll all be blue foam, so I just need to make that decision really. And because it's not a huge block, and I'll probably try and if I don't have the backing, I'll have him push slightly to about here, so he is looking like he's calling on the pop a bit. Maybe talking to somebody at the same time on the out of view type of thing, and that'll be about the size. We'll put a bit of felt on the bottom, write some form of what he is on the front, and that's him done. And then we've got obviously this guy to start. Everything's primed with him and get his pop. So he's a hussar major. So we've got him to do. We've got the trees leaning on to do, and what else? Oh, and the shako as well that sits on. And yeah, sits on the base. So don't worry about the little black gremlins around the edge. They're my 15mm. Tiger Tank crew that's being worked on at the moment. So thanks a lot for stopping by and taking a look. Coming up, we'll obviously have another update fairly soon on him. I've got some display cases for my ships that aren't built, so you're going to get an update on HMS Avenger at last over the next week, few days, whatever it is, whenever I decide. Probably a Bavarian update, 28mm update, sometime towards the end of the week. And there was something else that's nagging me, but it's gone. So I might even have an update on the Hussar Major if I get any progress on him, you never know. So thanks a lot for stopping by and taking a look. I hope everything's going well with you, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video.